Uh, Hi. I wanted to make a video today to talk about my decision to stop streaming and making daily videos for now. Obviously, if you followed my socials, if you've monitored the stuff that I've put out, I recently went through a divorce with my wife, Meredith, who is an incredibly huge part of not only my life, but of my content. This has a lot of implications. It would be a natural extension for a lot of you guys to start assuming a lot of bad things. Some of those things would be, whose fault is it? Did someone cheat? Did someone fuck up? Did Neace work too hard? Did Korea break him? There's a lot of ways that this could be taken. And in order to start this video off the right way, I just want to say that I love Meredith very, very much. And no one watching this channel would probably be watching this channel if not for her support and love throughout the entire creation of it. Sorry. And I don't want people to ever think badly of her or anything that she's done or anything like that. Obviously, if we're divorcing, things aren't going well for us in a relationship standpoint, but to be clear, we are separating with an element of respect and appreciation for one another. We just grew apart. That's it. So yeah. Now then, I've got that out of the way. It's a fresh wound for me. I just need time. You guys are probably wondering, well, Neace, if you're doing this, if you're going through a divorce thing, why do you say that you don't want to do content for an indeterminate amount of time? Well, to be honest, I have been doing content for about 10 years and probably a little over 10 years. I kind of came to terms with the reality that I'm very proud and very happy where I've taken gaming coaching, where I've taken League of Legends educational content, and I have no intention of just quitting completely for the rest of my life or anything like that. But right now, if I'm being completely honest with my audience, 100% transparent with you guys, it's not League, it's not whether or not I want to play it, it's not do I want to play a different game. It's more just the thought of getting on a camera with a big bright light on my face and talking about a video game with a big bright light on my face, judging my every move, critiquing my voice, dealing with the is he good enough? Is he right enough? Is he wrong enough? Is he this enough? Is he that enough? In the moment, I'm in a particular state of vulnerability. And to be completely direct with you guys, it's the last thing I want to do right now. It's the closing of a chapter that deserves an intermission, I think. I don't want this to be something that is somber. Her and I joked that we might do a divorce party, which I still find funny. We're not going to do that, but I still laugh at that because it's definitely kind of where we're at. We're both happy to move on, but I just need time to kind of just get space to distance myself from this part of my life so that when and if and when I come back to streaming, I have the clarity, I have the thickness of skin, and I have the drive to be here. Because as of late, distracted by the things in my real life, distracted by social media pressures and attacks. I never want my fans, I never want my audience to think that I don't appreciate you guys. My intention right now is to close down my streaming responsibilities, to no longer put an expectation on consistent uploads. So my editors will be taking a break as well. I want to say some things before I go, because there's going to be, this could be an opportunity for people to think that I ended on a negative. That's just not true. I would have liked to finish Challenger in Korea. Obviously, I'm leaving now before I can participate in the second split. I'm okay with that. I did pretty well here, and I'm comfortable with my competitive ability at the age of 34 while juggling a business. I think I can rest soundly on that. I will say that, with this whole coaching thing and the drama that floated around it, I want to say to you guys that as I leave, please understand that the steps that we've taken here is a step to a more sustainable esports ecosystem. A lot of people don't like me because of various reasons, but one of the more common reasons that I see is that I was an outsider. I was older, I wasn't a pro, I wasn't in an in crowd, and I made videos for people that aren't good. There is a world where everybody can exist in gaming. There's no need for elitism. There's no need for people to close each other off. And if truly you want to see esports be a thing that rivals real sports, that makes people want to revisit it, people need to realize that it's not all about pros. It's people's hobby, it's people's passion, and they just want to be able to be involved with it without being overwhelmed by it. And that was like a big thing for me, was that I knew my worth and I knew my contributions to that space. And I knew, as a guy who had to learn on his own, who essentially grew up on a dirt road with not very good internet and not a lot of people around me to teach me, I had to learn games through a lot of effort. And when I got to this level of making educational content, I always got excited about helping other people. But, your time is valuable. Your time invested in something has meaning. If you spend 10 years doing something, you should be paid comparable to the amount of effort that you put in those 10 years. A lot of gamers did not like that a person that they did not think deserved money was getting money. That's neither here nor there. At the end of the day, I've said it once and I'll say it again. I want everybody who can succeed in esports to succeed in esports. I feel like the closing of this whole chapter with everything, I feel like we did succeed in it. The $350 meme, people thought that was an insult to me. I never felt bad about monetizing my time. Do not let elitist gamers that are mad that they did not leverage their time fool you. A lot of them are mad. They invested themselves into something and they did not respect themselves or honor their own worth enough to get something back for their time. So they lashed out at me. That's fine. It's not a big deal at this point, because at the end of the day, coaching prices and people's expectation of coaching, I have seen more and more coaches now charging more and more rates, probably comparable to what they deserve. So I'm very happy with the contributions that I've made in this space. I'm very proud to be here. I'm obviously sad about some of the personal life stuff that I'm going through right now. But I still, like I said earlier, I believe that it's right. I believe that it's fitting. And would I change anything in the position that I'm in right now? Absolutely not. I always wanted you guys to feel like when you watch my videos that something very, very complicated was just a little bit easier to understand. You finish my video, you go through your day, you're like, man, this game's fucking stupid. I don't get it. but at least I have one thing that I can hang on to because I watched the Neace video for 15 minutes. So, sorry, a little emotional. So, when you think about this break that we're about to take on this channel, I just want to tell you face to face that you're worth it. No matter what anybody says, no matter how much doubt you have, no matter how many things you make that no one gives a shit about, if you work really, really hard and you believe in what you're doing, you really believe in it, you're passionate about it, you want to share that with somebody, you want somebody to interact with you, and you want them to get something out of that interaction with you, to come away from that, you know, happier, more knowledgeable, whatever. If you're doing those things, then I'm telling you right now, life gets so much better. It really does. And people right now would be hearing this and be like, oh, well, the guy's going through a divorce. No. There's a reason that I said the divorce party thing from earlier. I personally feel like both Mary and I made ourselves better. And we are simply just quitting while we're ahead. Just because I need a little time to recoup does not mean I'm dissatisfied or unhappy. In fact, the channel was growing. It's growing quite a bit. And that's after one of the biggest, largest collective internet metas around trying to shame somebody. Good thing that there is, the typical league degeneracy from other content creators to kind of balance out the reality of the situation by which people were mocking me for. The next thing that I want to say is that, this is a shameless plug. Obviously, I would appreciate it if you don't unsub. If you're watching this right now and you support my message and you support me and you support this tough time, please consider subbing and please consider the merch, which is in the description below. All my merch is simply about just knowing your worth. That's all. I hope when you think of me, I hope that's something that you think of. I can't make you think the way that you think, but that's how I've always viewed it. And sorry, a little emotional. And I think to me, that's important, know your worth, because people are going to tell you you're not worth shit. They're going to tell you that. Especially when you pursue something that no one else will, so know your worth. Hard. Sorry. I'd like to thank my editors for being awesome this whole time. Mo and Daniel. Those guys are great. They've been part of the editing team for the videos for over a year now. They're phenomenal editors. If they're still looking for work, you should reach out to them. I think they're great. And they've been a really, really close part of the business the entire time. So I really want to shout them out. The next thing I want to say is to all of my fans, thank you so much for being here. And I hope when I come back, I hope you'd want to watch my videos again. It's very scary stepping away and taking care of yourself, but I know it's the right thing to do. And I never, ever, ever want to be in a position where something like this makes me like, you hear how if people don't make the right choices that they might just want to not live anymore, and I never want to get into that position. I always wanted this to be something that I want to do, and then I don't feel imprisoned by. So I want to thank you guys for the support up until this point, and I hope when I make videos again, you guys come back. I want to say thank you to one last person who's been a huge success story in League, who, when I felt very, very lonely, constantly reached out. I want to say thank you to Dantes. I heard that he was able to make Challenger with Hecarim, and I think that's amazing. And he's, you know, he was such a good ally when I was going through a lot of hate. He understood how that would feel. He's been in a position like that before, and he reached out to me. His success is very deserved. He's a very entertaining guy. And I wanted to give him a proper shout out because he's kind of kept me involved in the scene and invited me to things in the scene where, you know, there's so many people that wanted to destroy instead of build. And to see people chase such temporary highs of visibility and money and this and that is very, very sad, because what they do not realize is that long term is a terrible business move. Not to mention, it discourages people from ever wanting to be involved in this, because they see how easily somebody can be dogpiled on. So I would again like to thank Dante's. I would also like to thank all of my coaches on the Neace.gg site, which I intend to keep running. Like I said, I might coach. Well, I intend to coach privately. I don't know my schedule and I don't know my price point yet, but that will exist if, you know, I've got some big spenders that want to hang out with me. You will be able to do that. But again, I'm going to put a pretty high premium on that time because, again, this is kind of a recovery period for me. Obviously, there will be no on-stream coaching type of stuff unless I just decide to go off the rails and do it anyways, but it's going to take time. Yeah, this was hard to get through, but I feel a lot better. As for me, you're probably wondering what I'm going to do. I don't really want to say. I just want you guys to know that I'm safe. I'm fine. I'm happy. I'm going to the gym. I'm going to try to swap my routine from being a running stud to a lifting stud for a bit. I think that'd be a nice change of pace to mix things up. And yeah, man, just thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out, and thanks for letting someone like me, who comes from nothing, who's probably too old to be here, thanks for allowing me the opportunity to enjoy the game with you, enjoy teaching it to you, and taking what I have to say seriously. You know, I always wanted you guys to understand that no matter what it is you do, put in the effort to it. If you do something all day, you might as well be good at it. Life's short. Push yourself a little bit, learn something, and come away from your experiences having had tried. In a world now where everybody just wants to throw up their hands and say that I quit, or you know, effort's not that important. I think you will find, as I have found throughout this entire journey, that if you do put effort into things, I'm telling you right now, if you just try hard and you just show up, things just happen. Good things. Yeah. Thank you so much for being here. I'm done talking your ear off. I love all you guys very much. You're a huge part of my life, and you will be the first to know when I come back to streaming here and coaching here and all that. All right. Thank you. Love you guys. Bye.